Hey everybody, Abe and Rob. Hello. You're not going to believe this, but we're working on our house right now. This is our little project that we're doing, and we don't have anything available to hold our phone or whatever for cameras.
Our tripods packed away.
So we became really ingenious. I'm going to take a picture to show you, but we got the phone taped on the wall.
It's taped, literally, to the wall. Great. So hopefully that tape won't leave residue across my screen.
We went to the seminar today.
Okay, wait. So you probably recognize them. I'm sure you do, from HGTV.
We got a lot of really good information from it. A couple of things that...
We were curious.
Very curious. Yeah,
we just wanted to see, what it's like, because we do this all the time.
Well, we thought we were going to meet them.
Yeah, we thought they'd be there. Yeah. That's the first thing. But go ahead, tell me about the content.
Okay, so there was a lot of really good content and some things that we haven't applied to our business model yet, but we're going to really go at it. But two things that I really remembered hearing was 67% of millionaires made their money investing in real estate, and 90% of the wealth is in real estate. That's good. Oh, raise the roof on that one.
That's
no pun
really intended. Okay, but the other takeaway we did get is because the kind of, it says down here, the TV stars of America's favorite reality show, Tarek and Christina, are now flipping Denver. They're not. And they weren't even there. Okay, so that's very smoke and mirrors. And it got us thinking about how much smoke and mirrors goes on with HGTV. As a designer, when I tell people I'm that, the first question usually out of people's mouths are, do you watch HGTV all the time? And I'm like, no, never, because I get mad at it because it's not reality. And we talked about kind of the behind the scenes. We live the behind the scenes every single solitary day. That's our life. Mm-hmm. We're on the ladder. We see how long permits take, how much things cost, how much money you make on things. And a lot of times we see the list or we see what they make at the end of the show. We just feel like that wasn't real. There's a very popular show that everybody likes, and I won't name names. It's not this one, but it's a different one. And at the end, they get this lavishly furnished, gorgeous living room, dining room, whatever it is. And the designer stays there all night and makes it perfect. Each one of those pieces, they have to buy retail after the show's done. Otherwise, the whole thing is empty. They get the remodel portion, if they did the kitchen or the floors or whatever, but they don't get the furniture, and it doesn't really come off that way on the show. So we get kind of mad about it because we see it firsthand. So we toss around a lot, like having our own show. People say to us all the time, oh my gosh, you should be on HGTV. You guys have the real estate, you have the construction, you have the design. And we get that a lot from people. And so we started thinking, what are we thinking?
Well, no, what I was thinking, we were actually thinking, it's my hand. We would like to put the real in reality TV when it comes to flipping homes or doing renovations, because there's more than just smoke and mirrors. There's a lot that goes underneath and behind the scenes that you don't see.
Yeah, and would you want to see it? For the school teachers out there, the waitresses, the accountants that don't live this every day, that can't watch it and say, oh, baloney, there's no way that costs that much. They must be getting the cheapest bit out there, or their labor must be paid for by the show, or people might want to be sponsoring it to get their name out there. So that's not real cost in real life. Kitchen probably can't be done for $10,000. So are you getting that from those shows? People that aren't in the fields, that are in your different field. I know if I had somebody who was trying to teach me accounting, they'd want to start at square one. I don't know a whole lot about it. So do you feel like you get that content from HGTV? Do you feel like you're learning something, or is it pure entertainment value? Because kind of what I'm thinking is it's just entertainment, but it's no value behind it. So we're just curious, what would you like to see on HGTV? What would be a good show about houses? We all live in one of some type. What would be a good show? What would be a good idea? What would be fun for you to watch, but at the same time, you would leave that show thinking, that was realistic and I learned something. So it just brought up a question when we went this today, because
in a room of about 200 people, there were 3 realtors and 5 contractors, and I was one of each. So, and April's the interior designer, and so it's there was a lot of people that didn't have a lot of knowledge. And
I kind of felt sorry for him, because as he was speaking, I was understanding what he was saying, but if you weren't in the field, you would have been lost from the get-go. And so I'm just wondering if people at home are lost watching HGTV, or if they're not even using it for education, if you're just using it purely for entertainment.
So how can we help you? And then give us some advice of what you'd like to see.
what questions you have, what kind of show would you like. All right, that's our question, or that's our video for the day, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we will talk to you all soon.
See you later.
Bye. Okay.